I'm going to give you an example of why story is so powerful, no matter how technical you think your content is. And then I want you to tell me what you think at the end of this video and leave it in the comments. So here's a story that I tell a lot of people about a client of mine who would pitch to potential customers this really robust AI. It's kind of like this brain, and he would pitch it to advertising companies. So there's a lot of features. It's a complicated but very efficient, robust AI system. And he would, yes, he had all the slides that had all the details and all the architecture, yet he was losing his audience. He wasn't making as many sales as he could. So I said, well, where's your story? And he said, well, I don't know how a story would be relevant to this. I said, okay, let's just scrap everything. I don't want you to think about this AI tool. I want you to just think about some story. And here's an exercise where I want you to whittle down to the things that you really value. Because when you tell a story that's connected to things that you value, you're more confident when you share that story. So he whittled it down to 3 things. And I said, pick one. He said, well, I really value family. I said, great. What is a story that pops in your head when you think about your family? And he said, well, I have a son. When he was 5, when he was really young, he could not walk up the stairs without using both hands on the railing. So he would walk up the stairs because he was scared. He was not confident about walking up those stairs. And he wanted his son to feel confident. So him and his wife were working with him all the time on how to get him to just let go with his left hand and like confidently walk up those stairs using his right hand. And he comes home from work one day, and there's his wife again at the base of the stairs, and a light bulb went off, and he goes into the garage and he grabs a hammer and he comes in and he hands it to his son, and his son holds the hammer in his left hand and walks up the stairs holding onto the railing using his right hand. So they have him do this a few times, and then he takes the hammer out of his son's hand, and what do you know? His son walked up the stairs, right hand on the railing, left hand free, and very confident, and was able to do that moving forward. So my point is, here's the question. What are you going to remember more? Are you going to remember that story about how his son walked up the stairs, and then at the end of the story he says to the potential customer, we are your hammer? Or are you going to remember all of the features? Let me know what you think in the comments.